We welcome you to Alabama High School girls soccer on a pitch-perfect day here in Birmingham, Alabama. We're here at McAdory High School where the Yellow Jackets will welcome in Pinson Valley Lady Indians, believe it or not, for the first time in the regular season. We welcome you to Jeffco Ed TV, a fantastic shot. You can see it's picture-perfect day, blue skies, and I'm going to bring in my partner, Caleb Turrentine, right now. It's going to be a fun one today. High school girls soccer, and, we're about halfway through the regular season.
Yeah, and two teams that have been playing very well so far with Pinson Valley and McAdory, but just about a month off since our last soccer game, and this is me. This is where I live at, is this soccer games right here. So I'm excited for this one. We have two good teams. And a lot on the line, too. I think you could kind of sense it from both coaches. I was down on the sideline or just outside the sideline a second ago. Both coaches excited, but a little nervous. It's a big game tonight. Absolutely,
too. And, when you look at similar records, too, there's a good shot at Pinson Valley. They will be wearing white tonight. They come in 7-3-1. And, this team is exceeding the expectations, but they have 13 first-year players on the roster. Coach Ewing saying that they've been really good, but they got to get a little bit better.
So far, the season's going great. We have had some weather issues that we've had to cancel, but I think overall, I think we've lost 2 games so far, 1-0 and 4-1. They're still meshing, coming together, and they're doing a really good job. I've been really proud of them this season. So, I think that they have a new team this year. I think they've lost some. We definitely have a new team, a younger team, but I think that the way that our team's playing together and the way that they're just playing in general, we're scoring a lot more goals this year than we have in the past. The past 2 years that we've played them, McAdory's been the one to come on top, and we're hoping to change that this year. So they've always got a really good, solid defense and stuff like that, so we're hoping that my young ones can break through that defense. The day after we were on playing Hueytown, all my girls were like, oh my gosh, that was so fun, so-and-so watched it, and so-and-so watched it. And, I think it's great for the sport. Soccer is becoming a huge sport here in Alabama, and the kids love it. It was fun leading up to it, the interviews and everything that we did. So I think it's fun for the kids. They enjoy getting back on and listening to the commentators and the announcers and stuff like that. So we've really appreciated it.
My team is really a good, strong team, especially defensively. We do have some scoring threats up top with my forwards and my strikers, so we're looking pretty good right now. Pinson Valley is a very strong team. They're very aggressive, and they have a very, very good back court. As far as defense, they stop a lot of balls. Their goalie is very, very good. It's going to be a challenge to try to get the ball past her, but I think we are up for that challenge. I've had a lot of kids come to our games, but to see us on TV, I think that brings another level of excitement to the sport. I think what it's going to do for us, it's going to open the doors for a lot more younger players that want to be interested and want to come play for McAdory High School. We're looking forward to having those kids. So being on Jeffco Ed TV is definitely going to be a major plus for us in the girls soccer program.
Can you free my camera up so I can get to the play?
Looks like they're getting it. All right, there we have the throw in.
Good step from Maria Brito.
Pinson Valley on the corner looking to try to get something across. Going to go out of bounds. Going to switch possession here. McAdory will take over.
Yeah, Beth Reyes down there. Good defending, not just winning the ball, not forcing a cross, not allowing a cross, but also forcing the ball out on Pinson Valley. Now it goes back to Pinson Valley.
Nice throw in. Coming back. Trying to get towards the center of the field. Nice shot. Deflected by the Yellow Jackets. And here they go. Start running. First time going to try to cross. Midfield's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of that from number 1 from McAdory. That's Leslie Diaz playing that holding mid. They're playing like a 4-4-2, maybe like a diamond shape at midfield. That's where Diaz will do a lot in that holding mid position.
And with the breakaway, a possible opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to strike first. Cross on the down, looking to go backwards. But Pinson Valley's defense, a little too much. Ball's going to go out of bounds. I mean, that's the right move there to be able just to get it out of bounds, maybe reset.
Yeah, I think that's where you want to have a lot of communication with your goalkeeper, know how much pressure is behind you, whether she wants that ball played out or not. Still, when you don't know for sure, you're right. Good play from Amari Roberts, just being able to usher that ball out of bounds, reset for the corner.
Goalkeeper for Pinson Valley is Rosa Andres, the senior, very talented goalkeeper, and a nice little block right away from the senior keeper.
Yeah, good save. First real chance of the game for either side. Shot on goal, handled comfortably at the near post.
They didn't stay in place, but could Pinson Valley also be on the move? Looks, the shot deflected off the back of the cleat from McAdory. Going to still stay possession with the Lady Indians.
Yeah, that's just what we were talking about. Courtney Henderson, she got down that sideline, got into the box with ease. Good defending to be able to force the cross out of bounds.
Very, very tough defense from the Yellow Jackets so far. They're being tested too, and their goalkeeper actually coming in, number 30, the sophomore named Captain Zoe Thompson, getting the start in goal for the Yellow Jackets.
It's not often you necessarily want to go with a backup keeper listed on our roster as a backup keeper, but when you have a keeper that's your backup that you can come in and put as a captain, that's probably a pretty good sign of your program being able to have a couple of players that you can trust in the back.
About 6 minutes or so underway here at McAdory High School. Pinson Valley and McAdory meeting, believe it or not, for the first time, a very important matchup as both teams trying to climb up on where they stand in the area. We have about 7 or so games left in the regular season. Both teams wanting to make the playoffs and the postseason. A lot of pressure onward, but I think in the opening 6 minutes and change, it's been all about Pinson Valley, who still stays with it. The shot up for us. Can they be able to capitalize? But Thompson able to scoop that up with ease.
Yeah, just a little bit too much weight on that ball into the box. Right idea. Not many players going to be able to get to the on the end of that ball that close to goal.
Nice move, though, from Maddie Alves, your team captain. There she is, Alves again, still trying to stay with it. Pinson Valley trying with the shot. A little collision there.
Can you all hear me?
Ball's going to go out of bounds.
Okay. All right, well, I need to talk because you need to know.
It's going to be a corner.
Went out right there, but it's this kid in the green vest there who gives the player the ball. And well, sometimes it's 10 feet away from, that's what confused everybody.
Pinson Valley.
Last shot.
Lady Indians in the corner. Looks over. Thompson able just to be able to swat that.
Because then that sound's coming from up here.
Yeah,
Looks like they're going to redo that one.
First corner. Floated in a little bit too close to the goalie. Always going to be able to deal with that, but just also a little too close to goal. Make her uncomfortable. Knock it out for another corner.
It's a little windy today, too, so that might have a little bit of effect, the corner. But, right over the goalkeeper's heads. Good defense, though, by that McAdory back line. Tries to get it out. Wow, that was a close one there.
Yeah, I think that goes down as a goal line clearance. I think that's Alyssa Robisciati.
And now they're on the move. Setting it up at midfield. Going to see a lot of Diana Gutierrez tonight, number 16, who's trailing off of that right side. Ball's going to go out of bounds, but McAdory, a little sense of life coming from that huge play down at the goal line, though, from their back line to set their offense up with some life.
Yeah, that's part of soccer. You know it's going to go both ways. Survive when all the pressure is on you. Be able to counter the other way. It looks a little bit like that's what we're going to see from both teams. Courtney Henderson we talked about for Pinson Valley, but as you say, Gutierrez going the other way. It will be has been McAdory's biggest threat on 2 chances so far.
Looking to get off that left side. And you have to mind you, too, this is the first game back from the spring break. Everyone's probably definitely still practicing, but
certainly
first
feels a
game
little
back.
different after having that routine of the early parts of the season. It's almost like a reset. At the midseason point, some coaches I've talked to before really like having that reset. A little bit mentality, a little bit knowing area games are coming, get ready for the playoffs, but still having your legs underneath you as opposed to the beginning of the year when you're still trying to get into shape.
Yeah, and Pinson Valley coming off of a game last night against Clay Chalkville. So 2 games in 24 hours for the Lady Indians. And that was a game they've had to reschedule multiple times, finally able to get it through. So,
yeah, that's. I'm not sure you can find me playing 2 pair of 80-minute games back-to-back nights. I don't know if you ever could, but I'm just going to pretend like it's just a thing that I can't do now.
good block by the Yellow Jacket defense. Gutierrez, good crafty footwork, is going to try to trail up. Get some of it, though. But I really like the defense coming from Pinson Valley's back line, specifically someone who is wearing one of the captain's bands. Looking at actually a new addition, maybe not, I thought it was a captain's band because she has a pink thing on her shin guard, but that's a new player. Her name's Hope Lee. New addition to this Pinson Valley team. Getting a lot of action on that back line. It sends it up perfectly. Pinson Valley on the move. Looks, traffic, tries to get something. Good defense, though, from McAdory, and I can see it from your captain, number 7, Reyes, the senior, with that tackle. Being able to keep, once again, Pinson Valley on the move, not able to just complete.
Yeah, we've seen Henderson split defenders like that before this season. Still being able to keep the ball under control. Reyes does just enough to not just stay with her and chase her down, knock the ball away. Another corner kick here, Pinson Valley.
Lee looks over, no one on the opposite side. That was beautifully placed there.
I just kept expecting somebody to be on the end of that, to go all the way through without getting touched by either team, just out for a goal kick at the end of the day. Certainly a big chance for someone to get on the end of that.
And you can hear on the speakers a little bit of wind here. It is a little windy, so one team is going with the wind, one team is going against it, and right now Pinson Valley playing with the wind. Don't know how much that has effect with it. Probably a decent amount.
Could throw off some of these higher bounces, certainly. We saw it, I think, affect a couple of those corner kicks that they tried to play higher into the air. That's why they floated towards the goal probably a little bit more than they wanted to.
28 minutes left in this opening half. Here at McAdory High School, Yellow Jackets hosting Pinson Valley on Jeff Coed TV. Nice backtrack, but going to be called.
A little surprised no advantage was played there. I know she was going backwards, but certainly had the ball still and had space.
Lee takes a kick, sends it up, looks towards the middle, but ooh, going right to the sophomore goalkeeper, Thompson.
Yeah, that bounce was just enough of, caused just enough trouble there at the goal line to knock it out. She's fortunate she was off to the side of the goal and it didn't bounce through.
Once again, another corner kick for Pinson Valley. Can they capitalize here early on? Looks to the center, maybe the header in, and just over top, just so close.
Yeah, might have been the best chance for Pinson Valley off these corner kicks so far. Get a better look here.
Oh,
Man,
close.
Zavilas who just missed. We saw her score a couple early on this season when we had their game against Hueytown. She's certainly one of their leading goal scorers this year for Pinson Valley. Just missed that one. Handball on that one. Another free kick opportunity. See if they wait a little longer, get some players up into the box.
Taking the free kick will be Marley Cornelio, another team captain. Senior takes the free kick, sends it, advance it. Still trying to fight down there. Henderson was in the action, but now it's going to switch over to Yellow Jackets ball.
Yeah, I think it could have kind of gone both ways. Ball was bounced around between a couple of hands there. I think you typically give the benefit of the doubt to the defense in that situation. Would be a pretty brutal penalty to call at that stage.
Trejo taking the free kick, sends it upwards, but I love the aggressiveness and how Pinson Valley's playing up, specifically with their midfielders. But nice tackle, and McAdory trying to get across, but nice thing to now Henderson. May I mind you, striker, only in 8th grade, playing up.
Oh, and she has been playing up since the start. They were excited about her and her speed, and she's shown it. And I think the more the season has gone along, it's the control that she also shows. I mean, players, especially young players, if they're making it onto a varsity level, chances are it's for their speed.
Mm-hmm.
But having that speed and adding with control is what allows Courtney Henderson to stand out at the front of this offense. Good move.
Nice move, little back and then forward, advances it up. Gutierrez now with the solo breakaway. Can she strike right here? Wow. That is a veteran goalkeeper out there, able just to come up and able to deflect it, not having to dive on the ground, using her feet. And that is why Ernest Jones for McAdory, their head coach, said it's going to be tough to go against her.
Yeah, and she's shown that from the beginning of the season. But that is what it's about at high school level. You don't have a lot of goalies who know the timing of charging out. They'll sit back and wait on their line. She did not. She came out, forced an early shot. As you said, made the save with her feet. Maybe a little fortunate, but got a good bounce, and no one was there for a rebound.
Yeah, no, that was. Usually you see them diving on the ground.
Might have a coach tell you, hey, you have your hands.
Yes,
Go down and dive at it.
Absolutely.
But either way, as long as you stop, you're probably not going to get chewed out too much for what you did.
Looks like
stoppage here.
Stoppage. It looks like we have. It's going to be. See who's coming out. It's going to look like it's going to be a substitution. Maybe. Now coming in for McAdory is going to be number 25, Autumn Johnson, the freshman.
Yes. Senior Scarlett Solis, who just came off. Looked like it was initiated by the official, by the head ref, so might have been a head or, and then we saw someone get hit in the head on a shot earlier.
Just to double check, make sure she's all good.
And this is probably the hottest game of the year for either team at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I know it feels great, but your body does have to adjust from playing in the 50s to playing 80s with the sun out.
Oh, for sure. Henderson trying to track it down for Pinson Valley, but Thompson's going to be able to scoop that up.
Again, just good awareness of where your box is, where to go get the ball at. That just barely rolled into the box, but she wasn't taking any chances. Thompson came out, made a nice clean catch.
Opportunity for the Lady Indians. Cross looking for the setup. Going to head back to one of your captains. Both captains now. Cornelio will look up. Henderson trying to get something, stick with it.
A calm presence in the back of McAdory's defense. Leslie Diaz once again put a lot on a holding midfielder. You want them to come up all the way up to midfield sometimes, but when needed, close things down inside the box, calmly pass it out as well. Well defended.
Freshman, number 25 for McAdory. Johnson trying to win the battle 1v1. But possession's going to stay with Pinson Valley here. Marilee Cornelio taking it out. We'll be able to. Just waiting for the ball. Is going to throw it in there. Henderson knocks it down, tries to go 1v1. But Pinson Valley's midfielders just really blending themselves in with the forwards, just having that early on pressure in the front half, just being able to try to get something on the board here. Maybe they do. Henderson's going to try to track it down, try to outrun, but it's going to go a little out of bounds. Just a little too late on that.
Yeah, as fast as she is, not sure how many people can get on the end of that, especially when you're talking, again, turf field. I know that's the norm in high school nowadays, but turf field, especially for soccer, the ball will skip and move a whole lot quicker than it does when you're playing on grass. I'll save my argument for why the sport shouldn't be played on turf for another day, but we have the resources we have.
Now I want to know. You kind of left the viewers with a little cliffhanger. What does Caleb know about this?
It's grass. Grass plays better.
Yeah.
It's safer, and it's just – but also the maintenance and the cost that goes along with that. That's obviously the big part of it at the high school level.
For sure.
What's funny is that 20 years ago, everyone played on grass and no one had turf because of the cost of turf.
Turf, yeah. I remember because I played field hockey growing up, and whenever we played on a turf, it's just the ball was just, it was a quicker game.
Yeah.
Especially when you have, a small, hard, plastic ball just going, and made the game a lot harder.
If you're used to it on grass, the ball just bounces differently, and this might be run down.
Henderson trying to run it down, though, but Thompson's going to come out. Oh, good decision. Good decision.
I thought she was going to hit it first time to go out of bounds. She managed to play that off of Henderson and keep possession as well. Great decision to come out and realize you can't use your hands outside the box and stop the break.
Henderson back out to Mendoza. Back over to Alves. Little collision in favor, though, of McAdory. He's going to get the ball back. Nice free kick to hopefully set up. So far, this one being Pinson Valley, just a lot of pressure as we're about halfway through this first half here at McAdory High School on Jeff Coed TV. Alabama High School girls soccer halfway through the regular season, and will the Yellow Jackets strike first? The shot. Great defense, though, from Pinson Valley, one of the storylines. Every time that there is some sort of breakaway, they're so quick to get on their defender and win those one-on-one battles. Yeah,
Destiny Davis had an opportunity. I think she got caught in between the minds of shooting and passing one more time and just was denied at the last minute. Good break for McAdory, but now Pinson Valley is on it again.
Little up and over. Henderson trying to keep it alive. Can someone come on that right side? Still trying to keep it. Playing through the whistle. Wow, a lot of action going on. It was crazy. We were down on one end, and now we're back on the other.
And that's, I mean, we can keep talking about it. That's what both teams want to be able to do is have their speed do a lot of the work for them, and then let their defenders take care of what they need to in the back, and then just trust that a chance will come. And that's why we're still sitting at 0-0. Despite both teams having good opportunities to open the scoring.
And that is one thing that head coach Stacey Ewing for the Lady Indians did say to us, is that they want to start the game off strong and they want to finish it strong. And so far throughout this opening first half and the opening 20 and change minutes, there's been no drop in energy. It's been consistent all throughout.
And that's with a lot of these players playing not getting a rest yet.
Henderson trying to get something. McAdory ball.
Yeah, good defending from Trejo in the back there for McAdory.
Nice from Ramirez, back to the middle. But there is your senior captain midfielder, the trio you like to call him, from Cornelio Alves. Number 13 and number 10. So you have to watch out for Pinson Valley. They've been the main reason why they've been able to at least have a chance and try to at least generate some corners here.
Just the number of times you look up and see 13 right there on the ball again. She's been everywhere.
The shot, no one on the opposite post, though.
I think you could tell that was a shot happening. And just couldn't get a curl on it.
Henderson's going to take a break, but coming in for Pinson Valley now. Number 32, Hope Lee, playing a little more up, as well as number 9, Carlina Ramirez.
No surprise, Courtney Henderson actually just came over to the sideline quickly as Coach Ewing called her over and said, "Here, have some water." Oh, looks like she is pulling her now. She didn't want to. Make sure they still have 11 players out on the field.
Yeah. Also in for Pinson Valley is Aurelia Pensina, the 9th grader, getting some action. Looks like they put in a lot of heavy strikers here. They try to score first, and they try to here. But
Wow.
that was big here. Here we go. An opportunity now for Pinson Valley to try to get on the board first.
Boy, I don't know. I saw a lot of contact with the ball. I understand
Yeah.
it was a high boot, which might end up being the call. But to me, it looked like Brito got a lot of the ball.
Cornelio will take it.
Referee didn't waste any time, though, pointing to the spot.
No.
Didn't question it.
Can your team captain get her team on the board first? Big moment also for your backup keeper from McAdory and Thompson. Cornelio looks good. Block, though, by your sophomore keeper. What a move by Thompson.
Yeah, fantastic save from Thompson. Again, you got to guess a little bit, but you have to be able to stay strong. There was no going to the ground. Followed the ball to her right and had strong enough hands to push it out. Nearly kept it in for herself. Conceded a corner, but I think you take that after saving a penalty. Impressive save from Thompson.
Their core value for McAdory this season is commitment, and she committed all the way through to the end on that one. And committed once again, able to make sure Pinson Valley just are applying so much pressure, putting more forwards in now. Very heavy front line here, trying to get some generation of points on the board here.
It's been impressive on both ends. Pinson Valley has had more chances. McAdory's defense hasn't given up a lot of clear-cut opportunities.
Ooh, the freshman trying to get something, but then Thompson just all over it.
Starting to hear a little bit of noise from the Pinson Valley crowd in the stands.
Yeah, they're liking
as the
it.
pressure is building.
Lee trying to track that one down. Not able to get it. Thompson will be able to take the kick here.
I think if you're McAdory right now, it might still be too long to say survive the half until the half and try to regroup, but this last 5 minutes or so, they have not been able to get past midfield, really. Another giveaway.
Gonna reset it back to Cornelio. Looking, trying to advance. Good footwork there, but could McAdory get it back? A lot of one-on-one battles. A lot of action in the midfield so far.
I talked to Coach Ewing before the game. She said they would be looking at like a 1-3-4-2 formation. Very rare. You hear the one. Not many teams run that. It's with a sweeper defender in the back. That's what allows their defense, their midfield, and strikers to have a little bit more freedom to press the way they have been. So you know you have that sweeper that'll stay back and just in case any balls go over the back line. But right now, it kind of feels like, you're right, it feels like they have like 6 or 7 forwards midfielders because of how much pressure they've had so far.
And you have arguably your best one out right now on the sidelines trying to have some depth here. And can they do it? Good back. Give it back to your captain. Looking again, trying to get something. Can they get it on the left side? Pinson Valley try to keep it in the play. Gonna stay with Pinson Valley.
That's good defense again from Shiati. Being able to, again, it's that almost like a bend don't break mentality on defense as Courtney Henderson comes back in for J.Lo Landano. 2 8th graders switching out at the top of this attack.
And then another 8th grader here, Cornelio taking it. Henderson back towards the middle. Alves goes back, sends it. Gonna go forward, good opportunity. And then sure he is, one of your captains. The play runs and goes through her. It's gonna reset here. Ashley Cornelio, the 7th grader.
Well done from Kaylee Reyes. Not many players have been able to hold off of Alis, and she just made a move to go forward, eventually draw a foul.
Cornelia gonna get called on that. Be McAdory ball. Thanks for joining us on Jeff Coed TV for Alabama High School girls soccer featuring McAdory and Pinson Valley. Still scoreless with about 12 minutes and change left to go in this opening half. And could McAdory finally capitalize, but good defense again from Pinson Valley's back line. Gonna send it out. First opportunity, though, for McAdory to possibly draw something up, and maybe they'll strike first.
Yeah, Destiny Davis had an opportunity to play Gutierrez in. Good defending. Looked like it was Marissa Garcia Soto for Pinson Valley who knocked that ball out. That'll be another corner.
I'm going to have some substitutions in as well. Coming in for McAdory, it's going to be number 17, Alyssa Robiscotti, the junior defender. Corner from McAdory across, no one on the opposite side. Lee is gonna get it, try to get something and advance it for Pinson Valley. Looks up, tries to find Henderson. Can she outrun them? Thompson's gonna come out. Had enough time, able to get back into her spot.
You can tell that these two teams came in with a game plan of counterattack, but also being very aware that the other team wants to counterattack. These goalkeepers have been up to the task so far, especially getting out of their box quickly.
Herrera to Pensina. Ball gonna go out of bounds. Gonna now go over to McAdory. Under 11 here to play in the opening half. Still scoreless here. McAdory in black, Pinson Valley in white. Could this be the first opportunity? But McAdory's back line able to kick it out. Ball will still stay with Pinson Valley.
Candy Herrera has come in, made an impact going forward. Nearly was a great ball. Looked almost like she hit it with the outside of her foot to put it on a platter for Courtney Henderson. Good defending, though.
Cornelio going to be able to, ball going out of bounds. Robiscotti going to throw it in. Now, ball's going to now stay with Pinson Valley. Back to Cornelio. Good move, good defense from McAdory. But your captain, Alves, is going to be able to try to hang on to the ball.
And McAdory just needs to be a little bit quicker in their decision making. It feels like they've had opportunities to push it down the field.
And a mistake, though. Alves thought somebody was there, and now McAdory has the opportunity, but she gets it right back. Is going to try to push the play forward. Lee to Henderson. Henderson back to Lee. Sets it back up in midfield. All right, here we go. McAdory trying to get on it. Oh, good defense. They're still trying to win those one-on-one battles here. Still an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets in the middle. Good move.
Got one more.
Gutierrez. Good pressure. McAdory cross center trying to get the kick in the center. Who's going to take it? A lot of action down in the box. And eventually, maybe we'll roll out of bounds. Nope, stays in play here.
Well played out. I think you can start to see a little bit of fatigue here. As Pinson Valley had a lot of players not working back. Made that a mismatch in the box. I think they're fortunate that didn't end with a better shot on goal.
Pinson Valley trying to use the speed, but McAdory for them Alyssa Robiscotti, the junior defender, pushing up, and we're going to have some substitutions now. Some captains coming in for Pinson Valley. You're going to have Mariana Mendoza back in. You're going to have Marley Cornelio back in for Pinson Valley as we're under 8 minutes in the opening half. Still scoreless here on Jeff Coed TV.
Substitutions, I think you're going to see. Pinson Valley likes their depth, but also, again, as you mentioned, just playing a game last night. And in this kind of game, end to end, a little bit of sun making it a little bit more difficult. I have a feeling you'll be seeing a lot of subs from them.
An opportunity for Pinson Valley trying to get something off the left side. Can Henderson come out and get a good slide, though, by Thompson, the McAdory goalkeeper. I like the way she's playing. She's playing with some grit.
Yeah, that was this will be offside on Henderson. That was just an opportunity. Every time she comes out at full speed. And this ball, you can see it here. She wasn't going to beat Courtney Henderson that ball. She didn't care. Still get down, close out that angle, limit the shot. I mean, she saved a penalty tonight, and that might have been better than that.
Yeah.
Terrific first half from Thompson.
Just seems as the minutes keep on winding down, she gets more and more confident.
Of course, if you're a goalie, you'd like to say, I like being confident, but can you give me a little less chances back here? I don't want to have to save all these chances.
They are working her overtime in this first half. Officials taking Maddie Alves is going to come off. Just going to get checked.
Laboring a little bit.
Hope she's okay. Coach just checking on her.
Doesn't look like any athletic trainer or anything. Get some water and be ready to go for the second half. I imagine she will not be coming back in for these final 6 minutes of the first half.
Some substitutions, some switcheroos going down. Now you have Gutierrez coming down more defensively. Thompson swoops that up easily. Also in for the Yellow Jackets, Anna Gutierrez. The freshman getting some minutes. Tries to win those battles. Henderson trying to get something back. Tries to stick with it, but there's a lot of black jerseys on her. Still trying to stay something. Pinson Valley look for to kind of change direction, but nothing here.
Well, Londano's going to want that one back. Had an opportunity.
Yeah.
Her foot went just over it. Good play from Henderson to win that ball back all the way back in the midfield. Be able to play it up to Londano, who had a one-on-one situation. Just barely misplayed it. Allowed McAdory's defense to clear.
If you're Coach Jones right now, you have to be happy with the way your team is playing defensively in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, I think you feel fortunate to be level right now, and I think you really hope to get to the half still at 0-0. But this is – you want to make changes, and you want to see maybe a little bit more energy going forward, as they've had opportunities on the other end as well.
And could they have one here? Henderson out on the own, looks to the middle. Lindano tries to get the shot. So close once again. Beautiful cross pass. Ball's just going to go over, but that was just great from Henderson to Lindano. Just couldn't capitalize once again.
That was Garcia Trejo again in the back for McAdory. I didn't think she had a chance to get there. That was the best centering ball that we've seen. As we see it there again, poked away from Londano. Great ball from Henderson to get to the middle. Just no shot on goal.
Under 5 to play here at McAdory High School. Still nothing. Henderson, though, for Pinson Valley. Trying to keep something here, but there's 2 defenders on her. Didn't like that call. But it's now going to go in favor of McAdory.
Yeah, I'm not sure even McAdory realized that it was
No.
going to be their throw-in.
Henderson had her hands on her head like, oh, man, darn it. I should have not done that.
Oh, right back to him.
That's been the narrative here. Just if McAdory just can capitalize on when they have possession this could be a different ball game.
You do feel like if there's one team who has a good spell of possession where they control it, even string together those 4 or 5 passes as opposed to the 2 or 3 passes that we're seeing, that will end up leading to the best chance of the game. But with the way defenses are quickly collapsing on the ball, I think that's what's making it so hard.
McAdory now looking to try to get something on the board. Under 4 to go here. And maybe they do. A nice little down pass. Can they go off of the left side? Still in control, but just loses her footing there. Ugh.
They're going to get another corner out of this.
Gap-
Again, a great opportunity that they just can't get that final touch once they get inside the box. We've seen that from McAdory pretty much every time they get down here. They create something. It's just that final ball is lacking.
And main to mention too, McAdory right now with the corners, they are going against the wind. The little window we do have here, but it does make a difference. Let's see if they can maybe strongly. You got to put a lot of oomph into this, and they do into the setter looking for the header, but Pinson Valley able to get that out. You got Henderson and Lodano up for Pinson Valley. But now it's going to go towards McAdory. McAdory just really just starting to play with a little more aggressiveness as this first half is quickly winding down.
You know that rest is coming. It's a little bit easier to get those last 2 minutes of energy, some pressure. You're like, all right, I can rest in a couple minutes. Let me put forth what I have right now.
Under 2 to go in the opening half on Jeff Coed TV. McAdory hosting Pinson Valley. Nice crowd here as well. All right, McAdory. 90 seconds in the first half. Can they progress the play forward and get something going? Ball up loose. Henderson trying to track it down for Pinson Valley. Can she win that battle? Hits it off her chest. Still has momentum, but the ball's going to go out of bounds again.
I think she managed to play that. That was off of Diaz,
Yes.
and she knew better. She said, I'm not going to chase this down. Maybe let a little bit of time tick away, get a better chance on a corner kick.
This is about, I would say, what, the 5th or 6th corner for Pinson Valley? This
6.
Oh, 6?
6.
All right. Maybe lucky number 6. Under a minute left in the opening half on Jeff Coed TV. The corner in the center. Can they head it in? Ball still in the air. Thompson just able to grab it.
Yeah, it was Candy Herrera who had an unmarked header. About 10 yards, 9 yards out. Just mishit it.
30 seconds to go in this opening half, still scoreless. But here's the one-on-one here. Destiny Davis by herself. Can she get one in? The shot, oh, just so close off that left post. And here, oh, man, and then that.
Ball is still live.
It's still live. I thought the horn went off, but we have 10 seconds. 5 seconds, but wow. That could have been a way to end the first half strong, and McAdory had the opportunity, but whoo, hit off that left post there.
I thought it was in when it left her foot. Our angle is right. I mean, it was, you could just barely tell where that ball was going, and I thought she found the far corner. It would have been a perfect finish. Nicked off the post, and the chance was still there after it hit the post. Just didn't have enough bodies in the box. Boy, a penalty on one end for Pinson Valley, off the post for McAdory on the other end. A half full of chances to end at 0-0.
A half full of chances, and we are still scoreless here at McAdory High School. The Yellow Jackets keeping the Lady Indians scoreless. We'll have second half action coming to you on Jeff Coed TV right after this.
We're Pinson Valley High School, promoting achievement, respect, and success. Jeff Co-Ed strong. Fear the spear, go Indians.
Welcome to McAdory High School, home of the Yellow Jackets. Check out all the things we have going on right now. It's a great day to be a Yellow Jacket. We are Jeff Co-Ed strong.
Welcome back to Alabama High School Girls Soccer on Jeff Co-Ed TV here at halftime break between McAdory and Pinson Valley, and we are still scoreless, but Caleb, it was definitely a fun opening half of play, and that was highlighted by some veteran leadership for Pinson Valley, but also some younger, fresh talent for McAdory, specifically defensively.
Yeah, I think that was something we saw end to end on both sides, just being able to seeing the rush on both ends is opportunities were there. This could easily be 2-2, 3-3, but it's 0-0 because of the organization on defense and not panicking, playing it out, sometimes giving away corners, sometimes giving away throw-ins, but not allowing those bigger chances to happen. Good defending on both ends.
And let's look at rosters, though, and starting lineups. Game went a little too early, so now we're going to be able to capitalize and look at some of the talented ladies here. But when you look at Pinson Valley, I mean, you have Courtney Henderson, the striker, the 8th grader, had a lot of action, but the offense run and goes through their senior captain in Maddie Aviles.
Yeah, Maddie Aviles, we've seen her before this season. She scored a couple of goals, and I talked to Coach Ewing about her after that first game, and just the way that she is everywhere. All of a sudden she has a chance, and then you're trying to find, wait, who just made that tackle over here on this end? Yeah, it was still Maddie Aviles going 60 yards away, being able to be there. Everything runs through her. They'd probably like to get her a little bit more advanced. I think having the ball at her feet closer, maybe 30, 25 yards away from goal, that's where she can play in Courtney Henderson. But as needed, that is just who they want to play for. Have a ball from her to Courtney Henderson. Don't be surprised if that's how this first goal of the game gets scored.
And then for the Yellow Jackets, it was all defense, specifically coming from that back line. You had Reyes just really just being the enforcer. But you got to talk about your backup keeper coming in, your sophomore, Zoe Thompson, coming in place of Romero Alonso. I mean, you got to talk about a lot of guts coming from the sophomore.
Yeah, and like not even a little bit of a backup keeper syndrome. The confidence that she has. We've talked about how she's going after a ball off her line very quickly, gone to ground before, gone out of her box and cleared a ball off of an attacker. So she's very confident back there, clearly knows the game well, and that's all you can ask for out of the keeper. And again, that's why a backup keeper wearing the captain's armband still, they have a lot of confidence in her.
Yeah, going to be a fun second half underway. We're still scoreless here at McAdory High School on Jeff Co-Ed TV. First time these two are playing one another, but you can see some music blasting, though, to get the girls hyped up. I love the fact that Destiny Davis coming out, she's giving us a little dance and moves. A couple of the McAdory players just playing loose. And, you know, if you're Coach Ernest Jones for McAdory, you have to definitely like the way that this crew is playing, but they're definitely competing, and they wanted to be able just to be super complete. That was one of the main words that he told us heading into this one.
Yeah, and I think they'd like to have their midfield maybe more forward right now. They have 7, 8 defenders back, and then when they do get their chance, it's roughly only 2 or 3 girls who are making it forward. And, yeah, Destiny Davis just had that chance at the end of the first half, hit the post. Gutierrez also being a huge part of that attack, but they need help, I think, if they're going to actually break through this Pinson Valley defense.
All right, we're underway here right away. Pinson Valley just trying to get something on the board first, like they did early on in the first half. Coach Ewing did tell us that, you know, for them, it's being able to start fast, maintain it, and there should be no difference in how they play and how hard they play between the first and the second half. And
that's going to be asking a lot. I mean, we knew how much they came out in that first half, but we saw both teams maybe laboring a little bit, struggling a little bit late in that first half. Could be energy, could be, again, the fact that this is probably the hottest game either team has played so far this season. It's a little different weather as spring arrives, 80 degrees out here with the sun out still. So you would hope that they still have that energy to play, but it's going to be hard to match that for 80 minutes as Coach Ewing wants to.
Thompson will take the kick for the Yellow Jackets. Sun is setting. We thank you so much for joining us on Jeff Coed TV. And also shout out to our fantastic crew, our camera guys, just the best in the business, right? Being able to get all the angles, being able for us to see the fantastic replays. And Gutierrez already trying to track this one down, has a little contact though. But Pinson Valley forced that out of bounds, but it's going to first opportunity here for McAdory. Try to get something on the board.
It's Esther Francisco back defending for Pinson Valley. She plays that sweeper position, kind of sits behind the rest of the back line. They're not worried about catching people offside, just making sure no big chances get over the top.
Gutierrez back out. So he's going to win this one-on-one battle here. Good move. Forces it back, looks in the center. Ball up. Stay out of bounds. But right away, you can tell McAdory playing a little more speed compared to when you first had this game start in the first half. Like the first couple minutes, trying to figure out their footing, but already playing with a lot more aggressiveness.
Something about maybe teams wanting to be on this end of the field. It was exactly how the first half started. It's not leaving this side. I know it's a little bit more shaded now, too.
And you notice the quick throw-ins, too, from McAdory. They're like, give me the ball quick. We got to get this moving. And that's probably what was the message from Coach Jones, saying maybe we can get some speed in our favor now, just maybe picking up the pace of play, trying to slow down Pinson Valley a little bit. Little give and go, trying to.
As much credit as we have given Maddie Aviles for Pinson Valley, Leslie Diaz is having a terrific game for McAdory as well in the midfield as she's trying to chase down Lantana right now. Certainly not an easy task.
Ladano sends it up. Henderson trying to track it down, but Thompson's coming up. A dangerous situation, but she gets out clean.
She's just ready to charge after a ball. If there's any chance that Courtney Henderson can track down a ball, Thompson has been the first one there, and that is not an easy job to do.
Vila's just sacrificing her body. Going to go the other way, though. It's going to be McAdory throwing. And see how quick those throw-ins are? They're trying to move with pace here, and they're playing with, a purpose.
Yeah, I think you might say the coach saw the same thing we did at the end of that first half. Pinson Valley, again, when McAdory had that chance, their defense didn't get back all that well, and so I think McAdory's hoping they have a little bit more energy right now.
Henderson with the shot, but Thompson going to lay it out.
Don't want to take chances there.
That was smart. It's always so fascinating to me when they train to be, when do I have to go on the ground versus when do I use my feet? You have to have
sometimes it's instinct.
Yes.
Sometimes, but sometimes also experience. You learn the game, and everything just kind of comes natural to you once you figure out those decisions.
Aviles kicks it up. Oh, going to hit McAdory defender. Going to be okay, though. Tries to give it go and maybe try to generate a corner. And they do. No, they don't. Never mind. I thought the official had it towards the end. It's going to be a free kick for McAdory. Start off. We thank you for joining us on Jeff Coed TV. 5 minutes or so into this second half. Kick towards center, right towards Henderson. Cornelio looks in the center, trying to cross it over. A little fight.
I think that might have been Mariana Mendoza. Could have let it go out for a corner. I think she wanted to try to play across and instead mishit it and ended up going out for a goal kick.
Ooh. See who's going to be able to track it down, but no worries on that end. Pinson Valley's goalkeeper, Andres, is going to be able to knock that down. McAdory still winning, though. A lot of pressure on Pinson Valley's back line.
A better job from Pinson Valley getting defenders back into the box. Well played here.
Nice little back and forth, and just a little too far off of that left side.
Yeah, it was well worked. Kaylee Reyes, number 9, and then Scarlett Solis, number 18. Well worked just on the top of the box. Might have had an extra step or two before releasing a shot. Still a good job. Just, you want to get shots on, especially early on in the second half. Try to change this momentum a little bit.
Quick substitution for Pinson Valley. McAdory still with it. Aviles going to be able just to try to progress the play forward. She's been working all night, though, your captain.
Yeah, I think you can start to see a little bit, good move there. A little bit of frustration from Aviles, which you're not used to seeing. Some of her touches have let her down a couple of times.
McAdory on the left side looks, tries to get something in, goes towards the middle on top of the box, but defended by Pinson Valley. But it's going to still stay down here, though. McAdory it has to be this side of the field.
Something about, is it downhill going this way? There is something about going towards the scoreboard that.
They are going with the wind here. They
there
are.
There you go.
Here's a corner from the Yellow Jackets. Can they strike first? About 7 minutes into this opening second half. Opening minutes of the second half in the middle. The header just a little over off the top of the crossbar. Good opportunity.
Terrific corner from Destiny Davis. Get it to that back post. I tell you to head the ball down. You never know what can happen. You head the ball down, let it bounce around. Kayla Reyes with a great opportunity. Just heads it between the field goal post instead of between the soccer goal post.
Diaz looks, sends it forward. Garez back out, trying to get a little give and go action. Sends it just way over that top of the net.
Boy, I mean, certainly just a better start to this second half for McAdory. A little bit more confidence, and again, these shots, you have to let them fly a little bit. Test the goalkeeper a little more than you did in that first half. Because once you get down there, that's when you have to start taking shots. It's great to get down there, but they haven't forced the keeper to do a whole lot. You can see that's their intention here in the second half.
More give and go. But Andres able just to lay on top of that. Gives this hand signal, sends in the middle. But once again, McAdory just really putting a lot of pressure on Pinson Valley. A little flip-flop opposed to what happened in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone several minutes without saying the names Courtney Henderson or Jayla Landano, and that is probably the longest we have gone in this game without mentioning either of those two attackers for Pinson Valley.
Nice move, sends it up the left. Andres is being able just to get all of that, see that, being able just to wrap her hands around the ball. Sends it forward, maybe too short of a kick.
Yeah, as you mentioned with the wind, too high of a kick, probably more than anything else. You keep it low, you don't want that wind to blow it back towards you.
It looked like she just didn't have her footing there when she was trying to get the ball up. Pinson Valley sends it up in the middle, looking for Henderson to put on the Jets here, but, I mean, nice move from Reyes. the freshman defender, just really just watching where Henderson is at all times.
Yeah, it's not even letting her get to that back line, because once she's there, it might be too late if she has the ball behind your defense.
Ooh.
A little bit of awkward moment, both teams.
Kick once again low. We can hear the crowd here saying, take your time. I don't know who they're telling. I don't know which team they're telling, but I mean, that's true for both. It seems like, you know, they're both trying to settle in.
Yeah, time on the ball is hard to come by in this game. And, yeah, you'd like to be a little bit, have them be calmer with the ball and their passing. But I think you also just have to credit the defense and the pressure and realizing this is just kind of game right now for both teams. You don't give time on the ball. You pressure right away, and that's what's forcing, again, mistakes when either team has the ball. Go back and forth right there.
Opening 10 minutes of the second half. We're still scoreless here at McAdory High School. Some substitutions coming in for Pinson Valley. Number 6, Arlie Priscina coming in. And also number 26 for Pinson Valley, Marissa Garcia Soto coming in.
Yeah, Priscina had a pretty good first half off the bench. She made a lot of headway down the left wing. She's on the right wing for the second half. We'll see if she gets as many opportunities as she had early on.
Yellow Jackets on the move, cross the center to Gutierrez and just hits off her foot. Just seemed like she just got caught up. Her brain was moving a different direction than her legs.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much speed on that pass. It was the right idea. Again, you want to be picky. Grass maybe doesn't bounce up on your ankle like that. Stays to your foot. I promise. I'll leave it alone. Last time I'm bringing it up.
Turf. You hate turf.
Yes, I don't hide behind that. I didn't. Another giveaway and shut down right away.
Wow. McAdory just really taking ownership and possession of this second half so far. A little flip-flop situation, but I mean, you know, part of their identity, they entered tonight as a season high IQ squad. They're a very strong unit, but it takes some time to settle in. And that's not a bad thing. You don't want to go 100% in the beginning and not be able to finish through and finish your tank towards the end.
Well, yeah, and you always want to have some sense of urgency, but you also can't be reckless. So they haven't done anything where they get out of position.
Oh, Pensina trying to track it down. Can the freshman save it? And she does. Gets back. Nice move, though. We'll send it. Avila is in the center looking for Ladano, but Thompson just able to swat it out. I mean, you can hear the cheers, though, from the McAdory fans. Your sophomore keeper playing really, really well.
Yeah, that was just a good job. Sometimes it was really awkward, nearly bounced right in front of her, and that can cause problems for goalkeepers. Being able to just knee it out of bounds, don't keep it anywhere close to goal. It's always the big thing. If you can't do anything with the ball, get it out of bounds.
Yellow Jackets on the move. Davis try to look off of that right. Can Gutierrez track it down, and it's going to stay down here.
It should be a corner, though.
It should have been. I thought it was.
I thought the
No,
head ref actually called it a corner, but it looked like the linesman called it a goal kick,
Yes.
and that's where the final call is coming from. She might have touched it before it ran across the end line. I think you were hearing let it go from the coaching staff, and that's why if you let it go, you would have ended up having a corner kick.
Lee will take the kick for Pinson Valley. Ladano charging forward. Keeps it. Tries to win that battle. But it's Diaz. Pass to the center, now to Davis. Lee sends it forward. Londano now. We'll see if she can charge on the Jets. Pensina just sends it up in the air. Back now, McAdory possession. Trying to find the call there. Back to Davis. Davis trying to win that battle, and she almost does.
Becoming a more physical game now.
Mm-hmm. Looking for Lodano. Tries to win that one-on-one ball. Pensina's going to try to keep it in play. Good move, good footwork. Passes it back. Will reset. Nice kick forward.
Yeah, just a bit of a miscommunication. Good opportunity to spring Daniela Ignacio down the left side there. She had already spent so much energy defending, she couldn't track that down. Got started a little bit late on her run.
Cornelia going to take the throw in for Pinson Valley. Team captain, one of your seniors here, one of 4 seniors. Lodano. Can she put on the Jets and track it down? But Thompson's going to come out of the box. Good communication by Reyes. But
yeah, that was a little bit riskier than maybe some of her last ones when she has come out of the box that way. I think it was good communication in the end. Defense kind of let her back off a little.
You can see Reyes just putting her arm out, being like, I got it, you're good,
Yeah,
get back.
Just took a second to register that.
Yep.
And if you're a goalie, I think that's one thing. If you're going to commit, you better commit because you don't want to get caught halfway in between.
Cornelia, one of the sets of sisters on this Pinson Valley crew. The senior getting to share the pitch this year with her sister who is in the 7th grade.
I think we've called both of their names a
Yes,
couple
we
of times.
have. Number 5 and number 10. What's 10 minus 5? 5. There you go. Oh, cute.
Is there another sister that'll be 15 when they come
Oh,
up?
no. I know. Do they have another sister? I know. Our producer's looking at me, shaking my head.
No one's asking anyone to do math out here. That's our
Yep.
bad. That's
Diaz with the ball, looks at her options, sends it towards the middle.
the right choice.
Nice move. Oh,
Well, I think I'm going to pick that ball up.
Spindola will throw it in, though. But we have some substitutions coming in. Let's see, for Pinson Valley coming in. Trying to see the number on the back of the jersey. Number 4. Yes, number 4. There we go. Thank you to our camera crew for that nice little shot. It's going to be Amari Roberts coming in. Diaz still tries to keep it. Looking to her left. Looking back. Looking to her left.
Yeah, looking for an option. Can't find any. It's good defending. Everyone had somebody covered.
There we go. Here's the Cornelia sisters. A little give and go. Londano tracking it down on the right side. But good defense, though, from McAdory.
Yeah.
Number 20, Belen Brito, the sophomore.
Yeah, she's been back there. Maybe the only one who's been able to keep up with Courtney Henderson or Londano when they get on a run like that. I thought Londano had the option. She looked like she tried to pass that ball into the middle to Henderson. Just good defendance by Brito.
And one little tidbit I thought was really interesting that the coaches got to share with us pregame is that, on Jeffco at TV, we always try to highlight some of the athletes. And the one thing about this McAdory crew is that, it isn't a soccer first crew. They're very, very talented. A lot of these kids are pulling double duty between track and field right now.
Boy, I think we've been able to see some of
Yes.
that.
Cheerleading, but also we have a good group of ladies that are in the band as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't have any kind of halftime show. When you see like a football player or a cheerleader out there marching with the band, that's always fun. But I'm sure that anyone in the marching band, I think that kind of the stamina that goes into that certainly helps you on a soccer field.
Yeah. Be penalty called on the Yellow Jackets. Some more substitutions. Lee's going to come in, number 32 from Pinson Valley, along with number 9 Carolina Ramirez is going to come in.
And Marley Cornelio actually coming out. Probably get a couple of minutes on the bench from her before she finishes out the rest of the game. Get a good water break before coming back in.
Her leg is so strong. She's been able to advance the play for a couple opportunities for some breakaways for her forwards. Probably coach just telling her, hey, just take a breather and we'll get you back in.
Ooh.
Good move, though, from McAdory. Look up the app, but Andres is going to be able to stay on top of that. Your senior keeper.
Yeah, I think Scarlett Solis again with a shot. Again, I think she might have shot it a little bit before she needed to, not realizing how much space she had, because these opportunities aren't coming very often that you want to get the shots off where you can. But I think if she took a dribble, maybe 2-3 more steps into the box, giving herself a better chance to score.
Tiana Diaz was a throw-in for Pinson Valley, but it's going to be a call. Now switch possessions. Yellow Jacket ball. They're going to be quick to throw it in just as well. Look like we have a substitution, though. Coming in, number 22, though, for the Yellow Jackets will come in. Ana Gutierrez, freshman right wing. Henderson. Could be a good move. Someone just wasn't up there. Gutierrez trying to win that battle with Lee. Will be called.
I think Lee had her arms up just a little bit too high to get above the shoulder. Any kind of contact, neck or face, it's probably going to be called when you're defending.
Diaz will take the free kick. Correction, actually. Garcia Trejo, the senior defender, wearing the captain's band tonight, is going to take the free kick for the Yellow Jackets. Send it pretty line drive forward. Ends up rolling to the left. No one coming back. Ball's going to go out of bounds. And coming up after this, we have a little doubleheader action, though. The boys will play Pinson Valley versus McAdory. See them warming up.
They'll get to play with full shadows on the field. We'll have these lights on here in a second. We're nearly there. A little bit of sun still in the corner to our right.
Reyes tracks it, wearing that yellow captain's band on her left arm. Lee able to get it, sends the ball forward. Henderson wins it, goes around her, strong on that left side, able to get through the tackle. Oh, they're looking for the call here and a little bit late.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one there. I think Henderson maybe a bit fortunate to win the penalty. She kind of misdribbled, but as you can see here, we're going to have a good look on the replay. Comes in and kind of whiffs on the ball, but a clear foul. No contact with the ball from the defender. The one in the first half was questionable. This one was not. Lee will be taking this one.
Lee with the kick versus the sophomore keeper in Thompson. Lee, right foot, gets in the back, and just like that, Pinson Valley finally on the board first. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, just unfortunate defending in the back for McAdory, holding out for that long to give up a penalty in that way. Here's Lee waiting for the whistle. Maybe not the best penalty, put it just far enough to the goalkeeper's left. Had her leaning one way, couldn't get to it, diving back to her left. Good enough to open the scoring for a newcomer to this Pinson Valley team. That's a big goal and a breakthrough that could make these final 14 and a half minutes very exciting. McAdory had played better in the second half than Pinson Valley. But Pinson Valley got their chance, and you can't give a team like Pinson Valley too many chances. A mistake in the back leads to the opening goal.
Lee strikes first as we have about under 15 to go here in regulation. High school girls soccer. Now can McAdory respond? Gutierrez would like that. Tracks it good. Push through. Back give and go action. Looks up. Wow, that was a good move by your keeper for Pinson Valley.
Going down to ground,
yep,
that's what you have to do, get aggressive sometime. We saw her not go to ground early in that first half, using her feet to make a save. That time she had to control the ball, don't give up a rebound. Have some calm in your defense right now after taking the lead.
If you're just joining us now on Jeff Coed TV, we thank you. We have Pinson Valley on the road at McAdory. McAdory in the black, and then Pinson Valley in the white. The first score of the game came from Pinson Valley not too long ago. They lead 1-0. McAdory trying to even the score here.
You're already hearing it from the crowd, feeling it from the players. Still 13 minutes to go. The sense of urgency turning up a notch. I'm feeling Pinson Valley will have to sustain a good bit of pressure here in this final quarter of an hour.
Some substitutions coming in. Pensino will come in for Pinson Valley, replacing Henderson. Give her a little bit of a breather. But I think it's really cool nowadays that it was really cool when we were doing the prep work for this game that both high schools have their own Instagram account. And Davis, though, on the move, clears out, though. But it's going to still stay with the Yellow Jackets. But I thought it was really cool for Pinson Valley. They have a little series where it's like a little player spotlight. We talked about Hope Lee being new, and she is new, but she's definitely has made an impact early on. She's a junior. She plays everywhere. And that's what it said on here. They asked her what her position was, and she goes everywhere with a smiley face. Because she has. She's been on the back line. She has been in the striker position. She has been in the midfield. But they said her career goal, she wants to be a marine biologist. There she is, who scored the lone goal of the game.
Taking a free kick about 80 yards from where she took that penalty kick.
Her favorite food, she loves Taco Bell. Me too, sister.
Who says that's not on the menu on the way home tonight?
Who knows? But also her favorite show is Grey's Anatomy. And the fun fact, she has 8 siblings. She's got 6 brothers and 2 sisters.
That is a big fan. They can nearly field a soccer team on their own.
Literally. Yes, both Instagrams were very helpful when prepping for this. A little far left. Just feel like a McAdory goal is coming. They've had so many opportunities. They've really settled into themselves.
Yeah, and this, if you're Pinson Valley, again, you know that the pressure is going to be here, especially as it goes on. You might open up an opportunity. We see Courtney Henderson and Jayla Londano both on the bench right now. Those are their biggest counterattack threats. Not to say they don't have any on the field right now, but you might see them come back on that 5-6 minute mark. McAdory starts pouring even more forward. That'll give you the opportunity to get a second goal on the counter, put this game away, but they're going to have to do a lot more defending and maybe a couple more big saves if they want to keep a clean sheet.
Cornelio will take the throw in for Pinson Valley. Official's going to move her back a little bit.
And as a reminder, Cornelio took the penalty in that first half, and she just went to the bench for a rest right before they won this last penalty, opening the door for someone like Hope Lee, saying, hey, we need someone to take a penalty. Hope Lee did not hesitate, grabbed the ball, put it down, slotted it home, stepping up in a moment.
Official's just going to bring them back. And it'd be another throw-in.
Pinson Valley spotted an opportunity to try to go quickly off the throw, but they were taking it about 15 yards too far up.
Rhea's just missing her footing there, misses the kick. Cornelio, opposite side to the left. Pensina came out a little too early. Now McAdory on the move. Pensina trying to track her down, though. Good ball, but it's going to end up going towards Pinson Valley. Lee will take it in. Quick throw in. Looks up. Ball high. Out. Deja vu. Same play, same spot. Lee throws it in once again.
I like to see it at this point. Pinson Valley not holding it too long. I think you might see it a little more over the next few minutes, especially as a coach. You know there's the gamesmanship in soccer where wasting time is part of the game. You have a lead. You don't have to take kicks quickly. I think you might start seeing that a little more from Pinson Valley. I certainly think Coach Ewing would want them to preserve this lead, limit the chances. Part of that is wasting time and keeping the ball.
Yep. Pinson Valley up 1-0 over McAdory. Here on Jeff Coed TV, we thank you for joining us. Stay tuned. No, we do have the boys game between Pinson Valley and McAdory coming up just after this. Two also very good programs. We're in for a treat. We've been in a treat for this game and also be in for a treat for the next few hours. So if you're Coach Jones, you got under 10, under 9 now, trying to find an equalizer here. What are you doing? What's your plan of attack?
Well, I think part of it is that in the first half, when they weren't creating chances as much, they were actually probably being more aggressive. You've seen 4 or 5 defenders sit back almost this entire half, and they've been creating more chances. So I think you probably sit on that for at least 3, maybe 4 more minutes. If this clock gets down to those final 3 minutes, I think you might start pouring an extra player or two forward, and obviously in that final 2 minutes or so, you're probably going to say, hey, 9, 10 players, let's get forward and try to create a goal. Because you have to be prepared to defend, too. You can't have the lead double. But you have to go after it at some point. And just 7 minutes left on the clock. He's going to have to make that decision soon.
Call is going to go against Pinson Valley here. McAdory will take the free kick.
As we see now, just 4 defenders back. And a little bit more time before taking the free kick, allowing some of your attackers to move forward.
That was a good ball. Davis was trying to get some of that. Davis, little give and go. Lee just kicks it out.
It's a little unfortunate for McAdory. High boot is called there. No contact was made. You can't get your. It looked like clean contact with the ball, but still, can't get your foot that close to an opponent's head when they're going for the ball. Now hopefully is suddenly on the ball again. I could have sworn she was just playing defense and back in the midfield already.
One thing Coach Jones really tries to instill in this program is a family-like atmosphere, and he's got a really interesting story though. He's 8-year head coaching veteran, and he has a unique background. Before he took the reins over at McAdory, the coach served at the U.S. Army during the Operation Desert Storm. Army vet.
My dad was in Desert Storm, Navy, not Army, so go Navy, beat Army on that front. But
yeah,
got to throw that in there when I can.
It's pretty cool. Someone in different walks of life, someone being able to go and serve our country, now giving back and trying to grow the sport here of girls soccer in Alabama. And both coaches are. Both coaches are very experienced, very well known here in the community.
I think high school soccer coaching is so unique because over the years it's been, I mean, even a decade, certainly 2 decades ago, it's like, hey, this is a assistant on the football team who wants an extra coaching stipend.
Yes.
They don't know a lot about soccer. Soccer's grown so much. But the guys or the coaches who have gotten into that, in that way, it's crazy to see them be like, oh, yeah, I've been here now for 11 years because suddenly they love soccer when they thought they might have just been signing up for a season or two. I think you see that in a lot of soccer programs because you have someone who, you know, works for the school system who will take the soccer coaching job, maybe have that volunteer assistant coach who does a lot of the soccer knowledge stuff. But then you realize after a few years, your soccer knowledge is growing and now you're the expert. So that's it's not rare, and it's cool to see the sport grow the way it has.
McAdory trying to chase it down. Under 4 to play here on their home turf. Can they have the equalizer?
Yeah, good job from Andres to come out again. Mike could have gotten there in time to get her hands on it. Didn't want to take a chance, though, and just played it out for a throw.
Head coach for Pinson Valley, Stacy Ewing. She's in her 7th year. Definitely has built a program, and they have played in back-to-back nights. And can Anderson add another one? Nice move, one-on-one. Goes to the left, kicks it up. Ugh. Good by Thompson for laying it out. Didn't fully clear it.
Yeah,
That could have just sealed the deal there.
terrific save. Good move from Henderson to come inside on her left foot. Go diving to her near post, push it out for a corner. Again, not allowing a rebound is such a crucial part of goalkeeping.
This is maybe the second corner from Pinson Valley in this second half. Henderson arm up towards the center. Aviles just keeps it back to Henderson. Will re-kick the long ball on the opposite side, just a little too over her head. Back to Lee. Lee tries to keep it in play in the center.
And McAdory trying to get out of their own end.
Aviles sends it up. Ooh, close one. Just a little too left on that.
Be another corner, though. Pinson Valley killing away these last couple of minutes, despite having nearly everyone forward. McAdory needs to get this ball out quickly to be able to create a chance. A second one would certainly end it at this point.
Third corner of the second half for Pinson Valley. Cornelia will take it, arm up, looks, sends it in the center. Good ball. Still in play. Aviles fights. Can she keep it in? And Thompson sends it out, but Cornelia will send it right back. Time is winding down. McAdory trying to send it up. Ball goes out of bounds, playing with some urgency, but this one going towards Pinson Valley. 90 seconds left in regulation here. Pinson Valley with a 1-0 lead. Ladano's going to come in now. And they're just really time is stopped though. You gotta when substitutions, you gotta get the clock to stop. That wouldn't be fair.
That prevents the time wasting
Yeah.
a little bit more. On throw-ins, free kicks, you should take a little bit more time. McAdory just trying to get some possession to get the ball forward. That's senior leadership right there. 1-2, go back and forth, go around defender, eventually just play the ball back out. Just over 60 seconds to kill now if you're Pinson Valley.
Cornelia will with the throw-in once again. 1 minute left in regulation. Henderson, can they add some extra insurance? Thompson will come out, scoop it.
And if you're McAdory, you want to see some of these players know you're late in this one. You need to start pouring forward a little bit more. Get it to the middle of the field. These balls that are going out of bounds on the sidelines are just wasting more time if you're McAdory.
Henderson tries to go around. McAdory on the move now. Henderson's going to track it down, though, but here is McAdory on the side. Can they save it? Oh, and they little too late.
That was the right idea. You had that whole left side open. Just a little bit too much speed on the pass. That was your best chance of going the other way.
10 seconds left. And it looks like this one's going to go towards the Road Warriors in back-to-back games. Pinson Valley gets it done with the score of 1-0. They now improve to 8-3-1 on the season. Definitely a fun one here at McAdory High School, and really good effort from both crews today.
Yeah, I think it was a big first half from Pinson Valley. McAdory certainly settled in, had their better chances early in the second half. And just one defensive mistake, really, for McAdory. That foul on a break on Courtney Henderson. Set up a penalty shot for Hope Lee, slotted it home. Difference in the game, just one call, one mistake from your back line. Pinson Valley's defense never budged. It's a good win for Pinson Valley. And a good clean sheet. Goalkeeper will always be happy about that.
Looks like we're going to talk to head coach Stacey Ewing right now. She's getting set up. All right. Looks like we're going to throw it down to coach. Going to get set up. All right. All smiles from coach. First of all, congratulations, Road Warriors. And this one coming down towards the end. What can you say about the resiliency showed and the never-ending fight from your crew today?
In the second half, felt like McAdory kind of came out maybe a little stronger than y'all, especially with how you played in the first half. Being able to survive those first 20 minutes or so, how important was that for your defense? And obviously coming away with a clean sheet, how good does that feel?
I think that with the way we started that second half, we looked very tired. I was trying to sub as much as I could to get those legs rested. So I was glad when we had the opportunity to get it back across again.
And we have to talk about one of your newcomers this season, Hope Lee, just being able to play everywhere but showing up when it mattered the most. What can you say about her tonight?
You know, she came to me about 2 weeks ago, and she has been just awesome with the team. Put her anywhere. She can play anything, and I love it.
Yeah, and Coach, obviously the confidence to her is grab that ball, step up to take a penalty. We know that your usual taker had just sat down on the bench, and she missed one in the first half.
Right.
How much confidence did you have? You saw Hope grab that ball and step to the spot. Any doubt in your mind?
No, you know, at practice, we end every practice with PKs. And I had all the confidence that she could make it. So I'm glad she did.
Coach, we appreciate it. Congratulations on the win. You guys now improved to 8-3-1 on the season, and we wish you the best of luck during the rest of this regular season. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, there you go. Well, we have some more high school soccer action coming up. It's the boys' turn here on Jeffco Ed TV once again. Pinson Valley on the road for the girls. Get it done. They beat McAdory 1-0. We'll have boys high school soccer action coming up after this.